What's up, everybody? It's your boy CS Motivated Minds. So this is part two to the previous video, and I can't remember if this was after they stormed the Capitol or after the election. I can't remember what time it was, but it was somewhere around one of those two events. This is just another video that I'm doing because of the January 6th hearings that they doing. I mean, why they doing it? Because nothing's gonna come out of it. But I'm gonna get to another video where I'm just kind of talking about all the excuses that these folks, are using. I swear, man. But as another video, I get to it. And in this video, I'm just kind of talking about how these folks were trying to, justify their belief that the election was rigged and votes didn't get counted. And they were talking about they were disenfranchised and all kinds of stuff, man. And if when you watch the video, you will see that there's a part in there that I almost lost it, but I kind of held it together. But you'll see, but you just kind of gotta pay attention and you see what I'm talking about. But the amazing thing to me about them folks, in this country is that they change the rules of the game as they go or as they see fit, and they justify it. And I briefly mentioned this, but Martin Luther King had a speech that talked about two different Americas, and I just kind of briefly said in here that, it's crazy to me that we really live in two different Americas. The rules that apply to some folks don't apply to others. And again, jokers change the rules of the game as they see fit. The folks in this country knew that 45 wasn't worthy of the office of president. But yet, a lot of people went along with his rhetoric because he was saying everything that people wanted to hear. When I think about this guy, he reminds me of this guy. And this dude has a group of people that's ready to go to war and tear this country apart because of the lies that he's told. And the more I think about it, what's crazy about him is that a person that looked like me, or people that looked like me, that had that much power, what our government did to him? They took him out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton. They destroyed the BPP, deported Marcus Garvey, right? But yet this guy, ain't nobody doing nothing about him. So what's the difference? So anyway, let me go and get to this video. Hey, this your boy C Hess with Motivated Minds. I'm out.
Alright, so I know, hey man, y'all been blowing me up. I'm telling y'all, man, I said this yesterday, but I promise y'all, I stopped talking about politics. I left politics all alone. And what we saw yesterday when they were finishing up their session, when all those folks got up there and justified the actions of those people that stormed the Capitol is the exact reason why I stopped following politics. And it's their right to do that. But I'm still waiting for someone to explain to me, how is it that, once again, it has been proven that the guy that currently sits in the office of the President of the United States still refuses to accept the fact that he lost an election. I'm waiting for y'all somebody to explain this to me. I'm kind of at a loss of words because, and I'm choosing my words carefully. People, I said this yesterday. I sat and I watched those folks justify those actions. I sat and I watched them talk about, voter disenfranchisement. I sat and watched them. And then I thought, you want to talk about votes not being counted. You want to talk about voter fraud, disenfranchisement. Hey, y'all got the nerve. Some of them people got the nerve to get on. I mean, to actually say that. When if you go back and you study, even prior to the Civil Rights Movement, and how my mother, my grandmother, grandparents, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, they had to fight for the right to vote. And those folks had the nerve to get on there and to jump. Man, I swear, man. They talk about votes not being counted. And I know I spent a lot of time overseas. 2 tours to Germany. I've been to Korea, plus in, the desert, right? I spent a lot of time overseas. And I had to vote absentee. And I can almost guarantee you that my ballot didn't get counted, right? No, I can't guarantee, but I can almost guarantee. Every time I put that ballot in the mail, I always said that they're not gonna count this. And I always felt deep down inside this ain't gonna be counted. But these folks, and they justified the actions. Number one, I mean, because I'm talking 2 different things right now. Let me just focus on what your folks that are in office did yesterday when they went back and finished their session. They justified, even after the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania, they still tried to go back and say that the Supreme Court was wrong and violated the state constitutions. They tried to say that the governors of these states were wrong and violated the Constitution. When we were living in right now we're living in a COVID-19 environment. A lot of people are scared to leave the house. And, come on, man, these people don't have a heart. But yet, some of these people were up for re-election. Some of these people had bills and all kinds of things on the exact same ballot that they're trying to say voter fraud was committed. So if voter fraud was, I said this yesterday, so if voter fraud was committed, when it comes down to the presidential race, y'all don't think the voter fraud might have been committed for those same people that's justifying this bullcrap or trying to overturn and refuse, to believe the electoral vote? Come on, man. We got to sit back and think for a minute. And then, all the folks that stormed the Capitol building. I'm going to say this again, and I'm sorry if you offended, but that was hundreds of people in that building, and they were still looting and still, stealing all kinds of crap. Hundreds, I think, don't know the exact number. Had that been 15 jokers that looked like me, there'd have been at least 6 dead jokers, 6 mugs peppers, at least 6 pepper sprays, shot rubber bullets, hit with straight batons and all kinds of stuff. But we didn't see that yesterday. And then for everybody that's saying that what happened at the Capitol yesterday, that this is not America. This is America. No, this is America. And I don't know what country you've been living in, but this has been America. For me, anyway, and for many others, this is America. This is the America that a lot of us lived in. And some of y'all are in denial. But anybody want to say this is not America? Yeah, nope, this is America. Yeah. But I'm just saying, man, I'm more bothered by those folks in office. We're still refusing to accept that the guy who is sitting in the White House lost. I'm just more perplexed by that. I'm not surprised, but I swear, man, that's bothersome. So y'all ain't gotta blow me up, man. I'm trying to stop talking about politics because, it's crazy, man, But hey, this is the country that we live in, and what we saw yesterday, as I stated in a previous video, what we saw yesterday and the antics of these people some of these people who are in office, and the guy that y'all call president, is exactly why there is a civil war going on in many countries all around the world. And people want to say that we are now, the world is watching. The world been watching. Y'all want to talk about democracy? What we see in democracy? I mean, I'm laughing because it's just kind of funny. The world, we are the laughing stock of the world. I love my country, man. I do. I love this country. I gave 21 years, 6 months, and 2 days of my life to this country. But the crap that we saw yesterday is BS, man. It really is. And guess what? We are seeing America at its finest. I gotta go.